Pleasure, I, Ashika Mittal, welcome you all to our Foundational Literacy and Numeracy workshop. Our Director Principal, Ms. Jayashree Choraria, our Director Operations, Ms. Sejal Thakkar, our Supportive Management, Ms. Hetal Tamakuwala. They are not here today for some unavoidable reasons. Our supportive management, Dr. Shruti Agarwal, our pre-primary coordinator, Ms. Ankita Mulia, our pre-primary associate coordinator, Ms. Shreya Narang, our teachers and all the wonderful parents. Today, we have gathered to explore the fascinating world of early childhood foundational development. This workshop is designed to equip you with valuable insights and practical strategies to support your child's linguistic growth. At G.D.Goenka International School, we believe that the foundation for a child's success is laid during the early years, where literacy and numeracy plays a pivotal role in this journey. Your presence here today underscores your commitment to nurturing your child's development, and for that, we commend you. Thank you for joining us today. Let's embark on this journey for learning and growth together. To commence our workshop on an auspicious note, we will now have the ceremonial lighting of the lamp. The lamp lighting symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and the ushering in of knowledge and enlightenment. I would like to invite Shruti ma'am, Ankita ma'am, and Shreya ma'am to come forward and light the lamp. I request you all to please rise on your places.
हरिः ॐ ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वं यत्किञ्च जगत्याञ्जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जीथाः मा गृदः कस्य स्विद्धनम् बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम कुल हुवल्लाहु अहद अल्लाहुस समद लम यलिद बलम युल्लद लम यकुल लहु कुफुवन अहद।
एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसे भी सच। सोचे सोच न होवई जे सोची लखवार चुप्पे चुप न होवई जे लाए रहा लिवतार भुखिया भुख न उतरी जे बन्ना पुरिया पार सहस्याण पालक होहे ता एक न चले नाल किव सचियारा होइए किव कूड़े टुटे पाल हुक्म रजाई चलना नानक लिखिया
नमो अरिहन्ताणम् नमो सिद्धाणम् नमो आयर्याणम् नमो वच्छायाणम् नमो लोये सव्वसाहुणम् ईसो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सौव पावपणासणो मङ्गलाणं च सौवेसिं पढमं हवैम पढमं हवै मङ्गलम् पढमं हवै मङ्गलम्
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, dear all. You may take your seats now. May this slide guide us through a day filled with learning, inspiration, and a renewed commitment to fostering the development of our young learners. Before we begin the program, certain general instructions for the smooth functioning. Kindly note that the drinking water and washrooms are to the right of the auditorium. We request you to keep your phones on silent to take the maximum of the learning from today's workshop. Rosalind Carter has rightly said that a leader takes people where they want to go. A great leader takes people where they don't necessarily want to go but ought to be. Now, we have amongst us the personality who is a GATE qualifier with 94 percentile and an MSc Gold medalist. She was awarded the prestigious DST Inspire Fellowship worth rupees 20 lakhs. She received the Madhya Pradesh Young Scientist Award and was named University Best Researcher of the Year. A PhD in toxicology from DRDO, she has authored 4 international research papers and a book chapter in Elsevier. Recognized for her outstanding educational contributions, she has received multiple accolades, including the Goenka Best Educator Awards for the year 2022-23 and the year 2024-25, and the Thinking Out of the Box Educator Award by Collins. With a great honor, I now request Shruti ma'am to come up on the dais and inspire us all. May I hear a loud cheer for her? Over to you, ma'am.
Namaskar, dear parents, respected teachers, and my warmest greetings to each and everyone present here today. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to G.D.Goenka International School, Surat, for this very special occasion, our literacy and numeracy workshop for the parents of our youngest learners from playgroup to senior KG. First and foremost, I would like to thank you all for taking out time from your busy schedule to join us today. Your presence is the proof to your commitment towards your child's learning journey and holistic development. At G.D.Goenka International School, we firmly believe that early education is the foundation for lifelong learning. The skills of literacy and numeracy are not just academic milestones, they are life skills that shape the way our children perceive, understand, and interact with the world around them. This workshop has carefully been curated to give you an insight into how we introduce and nurture these essential skills through play-based, experiential, and engaging methods. It's not just about teaching letters and numbers, it's about fostering a love of reading, sparking curiosity, developing logical thinking, and building strong communication. We also understand that the learning process is the most effective when there is a strong partnership between school and home. Through this workshop, we aim to equip you with practical tools, strategies, and suggestions that you can use to support your child's development in a joyful and stressful manner. I urge you all to participate wholeheartedly, ask questions, and interact with our team. Let us work together to build a nurturing environment where every child feels confident, capable, and inspired to learn. Thank you once again for being with us today. Let us make this workshop an enriching and collaborative experience for all of us. Wishing you all a fruitful and enjoyable session. Along with this, I would also like to congratulate all the parents and teachers from the higher section, and very proudly I would like to announce that this year G.D.Goenka International School has given country second topper in class 10th board examination with 99.6% and city topper for class 12th commerce with 99.2% Krit Shah. So we expect the same, that our young learners who are with us from class PG till the time they come with us till class 12th, they succeed and they flourish in the same way. Wish you all the best, and thank you once again for joining us. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words. And now, it is my great pleasure to introduce and welcome our esteemed trainer for today's workshop, Miss Ankita Mulia. She brings with her a wealth of knowledge and experience in the field of literacy development and early childhood education since 18 years now. She has been honored with the prestigious Goenka Award for the Best Coordinator of the Year and the Best Innovative Teacher Award by the CED Atmanirbhar Digital Awards. Her remarkable contributions and innovative approach continue to inspire us all. I request our pre-primary coordinator, Ms. Ankita Mulia, to come and initiate the workshop.
So, a very good morning to all the parents who are present here today. I'm really very happy to see the fathers equally participating for this workshop. And this really shows that you want to equally help the mother to help the child grow. So thank you so much to all the fathers also who've taken their time from the busy schedule today, Saturday being a working day for you all. So today, what are we going to expect from the workshop? Just a minute. Right. So the workshop will be divided into two parts. Number one is literacy. That's we're going to learn about all about English language as a language. Number two, second part will be numeracy. Right? So you'll be introduced to the trainer. She'll be explaining you all about numeracy. Now, when we talk about literacy, what is it that comes to your mind? When we talk about literacy, what is it that comes to your mind? What do you think when it is literacy? You can just randomly give me the words. Being able to read and write, the same thing. Anybody who has anything different? Knowledge, there, yeah, very close. Yes, ma'am? Understanding the language, yes. Anybody who has a little different answer? All right, so you're almost there. In fact, you've covered most of it. When we talk about literacy, it's all about not just knowing ABC, but knowing the depth of ABC. We are going to see in today's workshop further when I talk about depth means what. Okay, so it's not only that you are just writing, it's not only that you are just reading, but you are understanding how this is made, how this is done. Because your children are already doing this in the school. When they start right from PG till senior KG, they are already doing it. And from there, it's taken forward in primary as well. So what are we going to cover in our today's workshop is how can we develop language in children? That is mostly we talk about our playgroup and nursery. See, we have a mixed crowd here. We have parents from PG, from nursery, from juniors and senior. So we'll start from the scratch and we'll move till the senior grade. So how do we develop a language in the child? Number two, we are going to talk about the steps that will be. Didis, can we just take this podium inside, Kavita Didi and all, so that the parents this side can see the slide. Just take the podium inside. Is it now visible to you? The parents who are sitting on this side? Okay. So second, we are going to see that what are the steps to be taken to enhance their language development. We are also going to talk about phonic awareness. Phonics nowadays, it's very common. Everybody does it. There's a technique that is to be followed, which we'll be discussing today. And how can you implement with children is what we are going to see in the workshop today. After that, we are going to talk about the activities the children might do in the class or they need to do in the class or at home. Understand how we can help our children. It's not only about your writing, it's not only about your speaking, listening. There are many other technical areas that we are going to touch upon. Also, we are going to be talking about being familiar with the program that is taught in the school, the most important thing. Because what happens, we follow a different way of teaching, and you do a different way of learning at home. So both of them, when they collide, it gives a different result, which creates confusion in children. So we have organized this workshop so that you are in sync with the school. All right? So that's our agenda for today. So let's get started. Now, before we start with our directly moving to phonics and ABCD and all of that, first try to understand that how the development is happening in the child. See, we all know brain as a whole, but then entire thing has been divided into various parts which are responsible for various development in the child. Okay, if I'm going with English, if I'm going too fast, is there anybody who wants me to be bilingual, can let me know. I can be both, right? So this is about our brain development. The first part that you see, it's all responsible for the color, for the spatial discrimination. When I talk about the occipital lobe, okay? So the development of this part of brain helps the child in learning the lines, the colors, the spatial discrimination. How far is the ball going? How far can I throw the ball? Okay? It also talks about the different shades. See, sometimes, no, you see children, they just know their red, yellow, blue colors. When you go beyond that, they are not able to discriminate that. Why does all that happen? It's because of the occipital lobe's development. The second part of the brain that you see is a parietal lobe. Now, parietal lobe is more about their senses. That is about their taste, it's about their smell, it's about their temperature, it's about feeling how you feel hot, you feel cold. So this is what this part of the brain helps you in, helps the child. The third part, what you see, is temporal lobe. When we talk about temporal lobe, it's all about the pitch, it's about their stimuli, how do they respond to certain things, and also the most important part for their auditory skills. So sometimes, no, you tend to get very angry that why is this child not understanding this? It's basically not their fault. It's basically the development of this part of their brain. All right? So understand, come to their level that why this is not happening. And the last one is prefrontal lobe. And the prefrontal lobe is most important for their speech. The ones who have delayed speech, who has difficulty throughout mostly their 8 years, 10 years of age, they deal with the development of the last part of the brain, that is prefrontal lobe. It's about their speech and emotions and movement. So what happens till the child is of the age of 3 to 4? We generally do not judge them on their speech because that's the time it is developing. After 4 years, if there is a problem, it is a matter of concern. We need to consult a pediatrician, a speech therapist or so. But till 4, we can wait and watch because there are children who can be delayed in speech. All right, so this is what it is all about. And before we dive into our letters and numbers and all, just a basic glance about the surroundings of the child. What is it that makes it important, makes learning so important and comfortable for the child? Number 1, smart kids sip. More water, more healthier the child is. Sipping of more water, Positive emotions greatly enhance their memories. Positive emotions, happy, excited, sharing, talking their heart out. So, all about their positive emotions. Number 3 is the stress. Generally, children at this age do not have stress, but their stress can be at a different level. It cannot be the same as adults, but then when I talk about stress is when the teacher is preparing since a week that you're going to have be presenting in assembly, and that is like a stress. Oh my God, how am I going to face the audience? How am I going to perform in my test, in my fun facts, and all of that? So they have a different level of stress. Sometimes when they are in stressful mode, they shout, they scream, they behave a little different, they throw tantrums. Coming to number 4 is where our body requires fat, proteins, and carbohydrates for healthy growth. All of us agree to that? And we do nurture our children with essential nutrients. Number 5 is almost similar. Diet affects the memory. So the ones children who are more exposed to their packet food, more sugar, more salt, and more additives tend to have a slower processing of their brains. And this is becoming very frequent in this generation. I mean, you can compare the way we were brought up and now the way our children are brought up. So more of packet foods should be a big no. Sugar, salt, and additives. And of course, the colored food. Number 6 is diet. Of course, following healthy diet with less of the junk food. Okay, it cannot be a complete no. That again is not correct. But the frequency has to be less when we talk about junk food. Number 7, sleep. The child of pre-primary at least needs 9 to 10 hours of sleep daily. When they grow up, it can be reduced to 9 and 8. But when they are in pre-primary, at least 10, even if it is 11, it is okay. They need proper sleep. When they sleep well, their brain functions very well. Number 8 is most moms complain that their kids are fidgety. Why do you think so? They are more fidgety. How many of you think your child is more fidgety? When I talk about fidgety means एक जगह नहीं बैठ सकता, शांति से नहीं, उसको ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए. You feel that, right? Because they tend to be. At this age, they are more curious. They want to understand more. ये क्या है? उसको मैं touch करना चाहता हूँ, उसको मैं देखना चाहता हूँ, ये कैसे होता है? Because now is the time that they are understanding things, they are requiring more of your attention. So they want to know that इससे क्या होता है. Sometimes you see them experimenting also. Because they don't get the answers and they get irritated. So the moment we start answering them, the moment we start showing their curiosity, we answer their curiosity, they are convinced, they settle down. Okay? Next, talking about number 9, your child's brain is still developing. So remember the plasticity. When I talk about plasticity is more nurturing, stimulation, attachment, food, bonding, and good experience. Plasticity means वो elastic होता है ना, जितना खींचो and then छोड़ो तो एक बार छोटा हो जाता. So it's like let them grow at their age. The more you will try to pressurize कि नहीं ये सीखना ही है, ये करना ही है, they will show up in a different way, the reverse way. So let them grow the way they are growing. Let them enjoy their childhood. Number 10 is the mirror neurons. When you see, if you all must be aware about it, our brains have those neurons which keep multiplying the more you think and the more you keep it busy, right? So their language, behavior, social development, and emotional development will all be based on what your child sees in you. They are your replica. If they see you being polite, they will be polite. If they see you being harsh and shouting, they will do the same thing. It's not only with the parents, it happens with the teachers also. It's the way they see the teachers, they do the same thing. So they are like more, they are mirroring whatever is happening. So we get all sorts of stories in the class, what happens at home. So next time, when you're doing anything, when you're sharing anything, be mindful your child is listening to you. Even while they're sleeping, you feel the child is sleeping, but they're listening everything. It's going in their brains. So whatever words you use, any cuss words, any bad thing about others, please understand and look around your child is there or no. So they share everything. Number 11 comes, both sides of the brain need to communicate efficiently. Number 12 is aromas. Definitely the fragrance in your house around you matters a lot, whether they are small or big. Colors also stimulate mental alertness and memory. So when we talk about colors, they depict something or the other in the child. Many a times if the child is very annoyed, angry, they tend to use more darker shades of colors, especially black, red, coming towards orange. When they are happy, when they are at ease, they tend to use the lighter shades. Okay, so at times when you're continuously watching your child's colors and all that, do try to understand what is going on in the child's mind. Multisensorial toys. I'm sure nowadays every toy shop has come up with multisensory toys. Okay, toys that help you think, help you touch, feel, and understand how this works. Number 15, did you know that the common garden slide helps nurture brain development? Slide means slide in the garden, swing, slide, and the merry-go-round and all. Nowadays, you know, people are afraid. नहीं slide यहाँ garden में नहीं ले जाना है, बहुत गंदगी है. यहाँ पे, you know, ये mosquito हो जाएगा. ये it's not very hygienic. But trust me, taking them to a common slide area, swing, is very essential. It helps like a stimuli for the child. So do take them, at least if not every day, twice, thrice, or 4 times a week at least. Pause after you give instructions to your child. See that we all know, this is a technical part for teachers. It's very simple, but for parents also, whenever you talk, give instructions to children. Give it a pause. It's difficult for them to comprehend and understand what you have told at a stretch. A playgroup child who is 2 years can only understand 2 instructions at a time. When they are 3, when they come to nursery, at the max 3 to 4 instructions at a time, not more than that. If they are not able to perform, do not blame the child. It is you who needs to understand that ये बच्चे को सिर्फ 2 या 3 instructions ही समझ आएंगे. Because you know, see we as parents sometimes have a habit. इसको उठाकर वहाँ रख दो और इनको बोल दो कि ये कर ले. We said everything in a sentence, but for them, they are like 4 instructions going together. So when they come to senior KG, they can take 4 to 5 instructions at a time. All right? Singing fires neurons in the brain and stimulates brain growth. So it's all about singing. When you sing with your child, when the child sings along, listening to music, that also boosts their neurons. Number 18 is memory. Memory increases by revisiting information. So once you teach them is not enough. Continuous reinforcement is required. Number 19, routine. Always have a routine for your child. If you want your child to be disciplined, to listen to you, have a routine for your child. And number 20 goes gift choices. This is where we lose our patience. Okay? कि आज पार्टी में जाना है, ये ही पहनना है. and that becomes like a tough war between the mother and the child. Give them choices from the beginning. I think this looks better if you wear it for the party, but it's your choice. I'm sure the child will come to you saying, "Nahi, Mama, you were right. I'll wear this." So if you give them choices and if you allow them to take their decisions, they'll be a different human being altogether. Yeah? Ma'am, you will have to, because right now they are in nursery, they are in junior KG, they listen to every damn thing you say. But when they grow up, they'll either be completely dependent on you or they'll never understand what is right, what is wrong. Whether it is food, whether it is your dressing up, going to places, friends' choice, even. Okay, what's right, what's wrong will be easy right now. When they grow up, they will never understand what is right, what is wrong. So give them choices for everything. You have to be diplomatic at times with children. Otherwise, they will be totally dependent on you. कि नहीं मम्मा ने कहा है कि ये ही लड़का ठीक है आपका friend. Then they don't end up making other friends. So to give them right choices, right from now, you can give them choice for everything. You see, you give them, if you talk about food, okay, this is going to be healthy, this is going to harm you at times, so you decide what. So they'll start thinking upon why right, why is it going to be harmful for me? See, you ate this, let them in fact experiment it also. See, I ate this is what happened to me, so I think next time I'm going to try the healthy option. Okay, and nowadays when we think about food, there are restaurants who serve you good healthy options also in a very creative way. So they are going to move towards what you are saying. Okay, but in a long run, right now everything looks goody goody. The moment they grow up, it's going to be a tough choice. Right, so this was all about our overall brain development. Now let's come to the language thing. So when we are learning about a language, there are 4 aspects. The first one is listening, second is the speaking, third, reading, and the fourth one comes the, do not forget this order. We call this in our terms as LSRW. You cannot change the order. This is how the child learns. So when the child, see, it's interconnected with each other. When the more the child listens to you, the more the child will speak. His speech will be developed. Only when he's listening a lot. The more the child reads, he will be able to write. At playgroup and nursery, more of the time, we talk about the first 2 aspects. Then we start with reading and writing. Reading anyways goes hand in hand throughout, right from the child is born. But the more the child listens, the child will start speaking, using the language, the way of speaking. And the more the child reads, whatever he's reading, he'll be able to write it better. This comes when the child grows up after senior KG and 1 and 2, that their creative speaking, the creative writing, the creative talking, all that comes from this. If this is strongly built, they will be able to do everything. Right. So first and foremost, conversation with the child matters the most, whichever language. If it is English, wow. But even if it is Hindi, it is Gujarati also, okay, good. Talk to the child. कुछ भी, आज क्या हुआ पूरे दिन में, आज क्या किया, ये खाया, ये activity की. You have your Google Classroom access. You know what your child has done throughout the day. So talk to the child. जितना हो सके बात किया करो उसको. Anytime, make it a routine. पूरे दिन में कुछ नहीं हुआ है, आधा घंटा भी, even if you're cooking in your house, have the child sitting on the platform, tell me what happened. Anyway, remove a time out and talk. That's the most important part, that you bond with the child. Okay? Any language you know, you can use with the child. Don't be ashamed कि नहीं English नहीं आता है. I will speak Hindi, Gujarati. Don't be afraid at all. Speak any language you know. As I just said, talking to the child makes hell lot of difference. So when you talk with your child, use new words. अच्छा ऐसा हुआ, फिर आपने क्या किया? See, the moment you ask a question, the child has to reply you. So your more of conversation should allow the child to speak more. Okay? And there is always a difference in a way you ask the child. Okay, it's a very common example, nobody takes it personally. तुझे इसने मारा है, and how did you get hurt? There is a difference between both the statements. So you are asking the child with your complete intention of blaming others. So rather be very diplomatic, as I just said. Talk to them in a way कि ये कैसे लगी, where were you going, what was happening, and then everything, the real thing will come out. So that's how you make connections. The more you ask questions, you're making connections. They learn about language by listening. That is what I just told you. They will learn how the parents talk. You talk in a very harsh way, they will learn that way. You talk politely, they will learn that way. Singing, we already saw this earlier. Sing to your child, sing with them. You know, nowadays we have a lot of facilities of having karaoke and all. So have your child participate in that. Books, very, very, very important. Even if the child is in playgroup, is in nursery or any level, right from PG, please start reading books to them. Have a habit of gifting a book to the child at different occasions. If whenever the child is doing something good, rather than giving a chocolate, have a habit of gathering a collection, having a collection of books. Okay, because that is the most important thing of the life now. As they are getting more addicted towards the screen time, the phone, the tablets and all of that, better to have books. More collection, this book I read, that book I read about this author, I read about that, and this is how it happened. Because when you sit with books, no, you'll have number of things to talk about. So when they are in PG, they'll just see the pictures, they'll see the script, you read out for them. Even when they come to nursery, you read out the books to them in a very fun way. But when they come to junior, when they come to senior, give them a chance to read. More big pictures with less written work. Okay? And when they are, of course, in PG and nursery, you are just glancing through the book with pictures and all that. So for playgroup and nursery, we can have hard-bound books, hard-covered books. You all must be aware about it. And slowly, gradually, when they come to junior, senior, you can switch over to the paper books. Of course, with a lot of rules in that. That we are not supposed to tear it, you know, we are going to be looking at it, respecting, taking care of it. Take conversation as the creative talking and creative writing. Is just what I told you some time ago. When you talk more to the child, they are listening to you, they will learn to speak, and this is where you are using more books to them and you're talking, they'll be more happy and better in creative talking. Okay? See, when they start talking creatively, no, they can pen it down. Nowadays, no, earlier we all had a habit of having a journal, self-journal. Very important, it can be done now also. You can start right from senior KG. Have a journal where they pen it down. This develops their habit when they grow in primary, when they go to middle. They start writing on their own. So journaling is very important. Conversation as a creative talking and creative writing. This is all we were talking about listening, and we were talking about more of their speaking skills. So listening and speaking is done. Now we are moving to the reading part. So reading is the most difficult task that the parents face when it comes. See, they will listen to your children will listen to your stories. They will sit and listen to what you read to them. They will listen to everything. They will talk. But when it comes to their own independent reading, that is where they find it most difficult. Parents also find it difficult कि मैम इसको reading अब कैसे करवाना है. So it's very simple that we are going to start is phonics. So have you all heard about phonics, this program ever before? You must have seen schools doing it, right? We have also, even our way of teaching English is through phonics completely. So what is phonics and why phonics? The main strategy supporting word recognition for reading teaches children to connect letters of the alphabet. Alphabet means what? Yes, there you go. Alphabet is not one letter. It is one single letter, and 26 letters together make one thing called alphabet. Okay? It is a collective noun. You never say alphabets. It's wrong English. It's alphabet together is a group of letters. Okay? So every letters of the alphabet. That is the reason it's written that way. To the sounds they make, every letter has a sound which connects to the other sound, and you can read a word. They make blending them together from left to right to make a word. Okay, I'll make it very simple for you. If it's cat, so C-A-T, all the three letters have a sound, a different sound. So when you join, when you blend it, it becomes a word for you. Okay? Now, this supports children in identifying those individual sounds within words and segmenting them from spellings. Reading to hai difficult, upon which the main monster comes when it's about spellings. So when you learn to blend, that is to join the letters, and when you learn to cut the word to identify the sound, it helps you in your spellings. But before we move to phonics, it's not completely 100% phonics only. Sometimes there are certain words which you cannot read through complete phonics. There are certain words which you cannot segment and get the correct spellings. So what will you do for that? Are we going to get some other program for that? No, it's not like that. English is all about practice. The more they read, the more they will be able to learn their spellings and the pronunciation. So it's the practice only which helps them the whole reading. Okay? Phonics is basically for the beginners. That is for the pre-primary. But when they move ahead, they have to practice reading and writing. Then only their spellings and the whole reading comes. So the entire phonics is divided into two parts. One is the phonemes and the other is the graphemes. So 19 vowel sounds and 25 consonant sounds. We are going to see what are vowels and consonants. All right, so let's begin with the letter sounds. Why am I going to teach you is because the same thing your children is doing in the school and you will be doing with them at home. Didi, board is side le lo na. Is it visible to you also? You want me to tilt it? ये थोड़ा slant कर दो इसको. Little bit. बस. नहीं. Right, so we'll start with the letters. Which letter is this? A. And the letter A makes the sound A. What sound it makes? A. Open your mouth wide. A. All right. And when we teach letter A in the class, it goes like this. So this is the action of the letter A. Can we all repeat? A. So it says ants. It shows like ants are crawling on your arms. So it says A. This is B. This is B. As in butterfly, butter, ball. So are you listening to the beginning sound of it? B. This says K. It says K. As in cat, candle, caterpillar. This is D. D. The action says D. We missed the action of B. B. It says as in dog, donut. Okay. E, letter E makes the sound eh. Very simple. Eh. See, when it says A, you open your mouth. A. When it comes to E, you just put your hands like this. It's eh. Elephant, envelope, egg. It's like how you break the egg. Eh. Okay, it's like breaking the eggs. Eh. These are the two letters and the sounds where the children find it most confusing. So it's the correct way you pronounce it. Okay? It's not fur. It's when you call this as fur, it becomes Hindi and English together. It becomes your Hinglish. So it's fish. It's flat, flower. Okay, so it's like the fish, there is a floating fish and the air comes out. So what is the sound that you hear? G. When you hear the gurgling sound in the wash basin or the sink when the water is going, it's G, gurgling sound. So as in goat, gate. I'll come to the slide where it shows that why not giraffe. Okay? So gift, gate, grapes. Okay? Letter H makes, it's not her, it's the sound again, not the word her. It's when you hop and you get tired. When you are tired, you're panting, you make sound. I. E. It's like Inky the mouse. E. This says j, j. It's like jelly on the plate. J, joker. Again, what is the sound of K? K, k. Again, k. As in kite, kangaroo, king. Yes. Now, the most confusing sounds for children. So this we can call it as curly cur, and this can be called as your kicking cur. Okay, so we kick the football, so it's like kicking, and this is curly cur. Okay, this rule for C and K use, I will only tell it for you for your reference, not for the children. But when it comes to children, we only talk about curly cur and kicking cur. Okay. No l. It is l. Let's everybody assume you have a lollipop in your hand, and let's lick your lollipops. Come on. L. How do you lick it? L. Yes, it's not l, it's l. Wow. I can hear somebody singing it. Who was that? Ayansh. So it says, we lick a lollipop, we lick a lollipop, we lick a lollipop. Now, this is little tricky. Letter M makes this sound. When you're hungry, what does the mama do? Makes yummy meals. So my mom and dad makes yummy meals. And the letter N. N says the sound comes from your nose. Okay, when it's M, you close your mouth. So it's When it's N, the tongue touches the upper jaw. So that's how Okay, the letter O makes the sound aw. Aw. It's not octopus, it's octopus. It's on, orange. Where you open your mouth and say aw. The letter P. Again, not P, it's P. P. This is your candle and you're blowing it. P. You know, puffing out the candle. So, P. Pencil, pen, pat. And the Q says Kwa. We all know the sound. Kwa. Can you tell me something very amazing about Q? That senior KGs almost would be knowing because children must be talking about it. Yes? Yes. The letter Q and U are the best of friends. They're always together in the spellings. So this makes Kwa. Question, quilt, quail, quiver, quick, choir, yes, quilt, quack, cue. And the R says no R. See, whenever you add a to any of the sound, it is no more phonics. It is no more your complete English accent. It becomes your English accent. So you cannot pronounce your words correctly. So whenever, even if you're saying r, it's r. Okay, it's like the dog is very angry and he's ripping the rag. So it's okay. Again, no sir, it's the hissing sound of the saying. No t. T. The sound you're listening, it's t. Tomato. Tie. Tent. Tiger. Television. Yes. Tamarind. You says uh, up goes umbrella. So it's like you're making the action of umbrella. This is v. V. You bite your lower lip. V. You don't say v. It's v. You leave it halfway between. V. Van. Vegetables. Vix. Vessel. Violin. So you're biting your lower lips. This says w. Roll your lips. This is the difference between their pronunciation. When it's W, you roll your lips. W. Water. Watch. Watermelon. Do you ever say watermelon? Do you say watch? No. So that is how we explain the difference to children. Okay? The accent of your lips matters a lot. Box. Mostly when we teach letter X, it is the ending sound that we teach them. Because the beginning sound has all the different sounds. X-ray, it has xylophone, X-mystery and all. But then we take the ending sound. That is box, fox, mix, six. Yes. And the letter Y says, here, yogurt. I like to eat yogurt. Yak, yacht. Okay? It's not yacht, it's yacht. So, why I'm saying this, you all know your English pronunciation. But the moment you write this, your child will question you. That why is it not yatched, okay? I told you in the beginning, English language is not 100% dependent on phonics. Only the beginning part. So the reason, the more English pronunciation, say you practice with the child and speak with the child, that the child will catch up. The moment you start saying yach, 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 the child will pick up that sound only. So if you are saying it correctly, he also will learn to call this as yacht. And the last one says, zzz. It's a buzzing sound of the B. Zzz. Okay, so zebra, zip, zoo, zero, yes. So these are the 26 letters. Now what you have seen me circling, A, E, O, and O. And these are the 5. They are the vowels, they are the special letters. We generally, most of them, 99%, we cannot make any words without the vowels. So they are very special letters. Now these 5 letters, the 5 vowels, they have 2 kinds of sounds. One is called the short sound and the other is called the long sound. Okay? So when we talk about A, it says A. It also says A. It also says A. When we say E, again E and Eh. When we say I, it says I and E. For O, it says O and it also says O. When we talk about U, it says U and it says A. So they have 2 sounds. Okay, now let us see what is blending and segmenting. We've done our letters, 26 letters. Now we are going to learn how to blend them and how to segment. The word blend itself says that we are going to recognize each sound of the letter. So when I say M, A and T, so what I do is when I see this word, I am going to say the sound A, T. Now this was one sound. Now we're going to be little quick. Mat. Okay, this is the technique called blending. This is little difficult. This only comes with practice. They start right from junior KG. So first can be started with 2 letter. So at. That's how they will start blending. Then you give them a letter, add on a letter to it. At, mat. Okay, this is called blending. Now, when you write a word, supposing is this visible to you all? Okay. So L-A-N-D. When I write land, okay, the child is difficult. It's difficult for the child to read. So what do? They segment it. We call it as chopping the word. So you break it. L, A, N, D. Land. Okay? So they break the word and they write it. If I say sand, if you've done your phonics, if I say sand, you don't know your spellings well. But at least what you can do is, you can break it and try to write it. So, s, a, n, t. For that, the strong sense of sound should be there, which happens when they are in junior KG. And so the reason I always advise parents, please do not focus on teaching them letters A to Z writing pehle sikha diya. Don't do that. Go at ease. This is the reason we are focusing 1 letter a week. The sound is very, very important because they should have that sense of understanding when I'm talking about sand. What sound am I hearing? Sand. With N is the letter, they find it difficult to understand. And that is the reason. Do not focus कि उसको A, B, C, D, उसको capital में भी लिखना आता है, उसको small में भी लिखना आता है, 26 letters लिख लिया, हो गया. लिख लिया, but what you have written, क्या लिखा? So that understanding has to go. So that is all about your blending and segmenting. So as I just told you, there are short vowels and there are long vowels, and this is how it goes. So A has when A and I, they come together, they make the sound A. So when I have to teach my senior KG children how to write rain, so R, A, got it? So this becomes very easy because they've learned R, they've learned A, they've learned So when you do a rote learning of spellings, you write a spelling, they write 10 times, they will only learn that spelling. But when they learn phonics, they can learn 100 more words. Okay? So rain, can you give me some example which has AI in that? Train, paint, mail, chain, main, main. Okay, main. Okay. Grain, brain, yes. So even if it is brain or train, becomes very easy. I know AI, I know brr, okay, I know A, I know N. So I'm going to join it and I'm going to read brain. So this makes their life very simple, easy. Now I know how to read it. Okay, E has double E. So when two E's come together, they make the sound E. I-E is together, it says I, as in tie, die, lie. O. When O-A comes together, it says O. It says O, as in goat, boat, float, throat. So even if they have to write the spelling of boat, so it's very easy. It's B-O-T. Okay? Then U. U-E comes together, it makes U. Right. So, Naveen sir, can we just have the stage lights off so that it's little visible? So now I've taught you letters, I've taught you sounds. Let's take a quick assessment is what we do in the classes also. So we'll have an assessment with you. Okay, you know what the picture is. Yeah. दीदी थोड़ा shift कर लीजिए ताकि वहाँ से भी दिखेगा थोड़ा. Okay, so what is the first letter? No fur. I still hear somebody saying fur. There's a blank and a letter. So the picture says it's a. So what is going to come in the middle? A. So it's fan. Okay. What is the first letter? Okay. And the last one says? So what comes in the center? And how do you pronounce this? Pen. It's a good. I have a wonderful audience. Okay, let's say the first sound. It has a blank and the last one says t, t. And the word what sound comes in the center? It can be a sat or E. Yes, sit. Okay, the first sound. Which cur? A curly cur. The blank and the last letter sound is T. So, K, O, T. What does that come? Cot. Then, And the last letter, n. N. Sun. Yo, good job. All right, but with everything, there comes rules. Okay, so when we talk about phonics, what rules are we going to follow? This is called a magic E, or you can say a bossy E. So when I hop around, I have a hope that I'll get rest. Okay, so when there is H-O-P, now H and P becomes my consonant. The center one, A-E-I-O-U, becomes my vowels. Okay, so when there is a vowel in the center and the last is a consonant, after that if I add E, whenever there is E at the last, it never makes any sound. What does the E at the last do? Will never make any sound. You cannot pronounce that E. That E will hop over my consonant, go to the vowel, and tell the vowel that please don't make your sound. Don't make the phonic sound. Rather, you say your own name. So when the letter E hops over P, goes to the vowel and says the vowel, say your name. So my H O P becomes H O P, hope. Okay? Simple. You just have to say this story to the child every time he reads these 4-letter words. And this will get fixed in his brain. Again, coming to the next word, tap. When you add E, now what is E going to do? Hop over P or a consonant. Tell the vowel what? Rather say its name. So my tap becomes tape. Kit. When I add E, the kit, E will hop over T, go to the vowel and say, tell your name, and the kit becomes kite. Come on, let's have a quick example of these 4-letter words where we have E at the last. Lit, light, bite, sorry, cape, okay, sight, sit and sight, cake. So the first 3 letters has to make a sense. When I talk cake is, of course, it falls under this rule, but C-A-K, it makes there's no meaning of it. Rope, yes. Fame, yes. Bake, yes. Game, lake, broke. So bit becomes bite, dim becomes dime, fin becomes fine, like, side, dive. So simple. Now you've taught this rule to the child, he or she will try to apply it and try reading. They may go wrong because there are certain words which may not follow this rule, but we can correct them always. Here it is. When I talk when to use C and when to use K. Very, very simple. This is for you. You can teach them only when they come to senior KG. Okay, not before that, otherwise it will create confusion. So when we talk about letter C always follows 3 vowels. That is A, O, U. Any spelling which has A, O, U, we always use the curly K. We cannot use the K, kicking K. When we come to letter K, I and E. When you have to use I and E, you write letter K. Okay? Or it can be the other way. When you use letter K, after K, you cannot write I or E. You write I or E, but you don't write A, O, or U. Just look at the example below. Cob, cab, cut, cat. See, when you write cat, children often make mistake, they write K. Okay? Okay, because they are listening, they are relating to the sound, that's fine. But when we talk about our rules, when we can explain to them that why are we not writing K-A-T, so that time you can tell them, when it is, if you're writing K, you need to write I or E. But that becomes your kit. So if you have to write cat, you write C. Now if it is K, kick, kit, keep, kite, ken, kin, key, kiss. Same goes with the letter C. Again, soft and hard. C at times can make k, it can make the s sound also. So when we talk about the soft C, it makes the sound s. When we talk about the hard C, it makes the sound k. So city, again, E, I or Y. When it is city, you say, you are not saying kitty, right? Because you have this letter E, I or Y over there. It's camp when you have A or any other letter. Now here it is for the letter G. Why gate and why not giraffe? You can of course say giraffe when you have E, I or Y. So E, I and Y are the basic rule. Even if it is with C or G, it makes a very different sound. It makes J or it makes S. So when you say for giraffe, gym, gents, okay? Or if it's hard G, it is very simple. Goat, gift, gut, all of that. So for G and for C, E, I, Y, okay? That makes a soft sound, okay? So when does the C make S sound? Which letters are ahead of it? E, I or Y. When does the G make J sound? E, I or Y. Reason for us to know is that children will question you. When it comes to this, they will question you. Why, if we write cent, C-E-N-T, why is it saying cent? Why not Kent? So you have a reason to it. Somebody was... Sorry? Yes, G-I-F-T is not making gift, it is gift. I told you all the words will not fall under phonics rules. This is at least for the basic words that we are following it. Okay? Cycle, circus, gynecologist. Yes, that also will not fall under soft or hard G. Okay, now coming to the tricky words, sight words or high frequency words. It's very simple. कुछ phonics से नहीं आता है तो tricky words. It's like that. It's because it's a funny language. Okay, you can't master it with one rules. Because only reason is English comes from two native regions, Greece and Latin. So the reason there is a lot of confusion with English language. So sight words are the words that a reader can recognize automatically by just seeing it. So if you have a, let's say a dairy milk in your house, the moment the child sees that, what is it? He or she says, chocolate, mama dairy milk de do. Why? Do they know how to read it? It's sight reading. You have Bonvita at your house, you have Parle G. What does the child do? Immediately recognize it as biscuit or a Bonvita. This is all because of the sight reading, and you must do it. You should do that. Always have them, show them, even if you say Bonvita is such a big word, let them just read it. This is Bonvita. Okay, you never know when the child picks up all this. Of course, you must be aware about it, the first 1,000 days of the child. Very important. Till they are 5 and 8 years, you can mold them the way you want to. Give them anything, they will grasp it. After that, the speed becomes slow. High frequency words is we use it very often. Are the words that show up most frequently in early reading text. And tricky words are high frequency words that your little one wouldn't be able to blend on their own because of their reading level or content of the word. Yes, this is the most favorite part of everybody. रीडिंग आया नहीं आया मैम लिखना तो आना ही चाहिए. मैम नर्सरी पास कर दिया है मैम प्लीज़ 1 to 50 सिखा दो उसको हो जाएगा. But there's lot of things you've seen, we've spent good amount of time understanding that अब हम writing पे पहुँचे. So don't be in a hurry if your child cannot write. He or she will eventually learn to write. But please, these skills, you will never be able to focus once the child grows. Time chala jayega. So hold on if the child is not able to write. Because before you write, there are number of things that we do before they start writing. The sitting posture, very important. Don't take it for granted. Back, spinal cord makes a lot of difference when they sit like this. Many a times you'll see our teachers telling the child that don't sit like this, sit straight, seedhe baitho. Also the eye and the book distance is very important. Ekdam nazdeek se, they write, it's not good for their eyes. So sitting postures always make a difference. Second thing is about the grip. My playgroup children still holds things like this. Sometimes only this. So it's okay. This is how their grip is developing. Why we are talking about grip is, first 10 months, this is the grip they will be holding anything. When they are 12 to 15 months, they start holding like this. When they come to 2 to 3 years, they still don't know how to hold a pencil. And 3 years of age, आप उनको मार के सिखाते हो pencil ठीक से पकड़ो और ये ठीक से लिखो. They don't have the grip. You cannot force them. 3 to 4 becomes their quadrupod grip. Okay? If you see our pencils, if you see our crayons, they are specifically given for a reason to them. Not because they look fancy. 3 to 4 year becomes their tripod grip. The triangle pencils that can be used. And when they go to 5 to 6, they have a proper grip over pencil. Now, to get this grip, what do you have to do? They have, yes, there you go, ma'am. They have to have a lot of finger and hand movements and exercises. Okay? If you see, we have specifically fine motor skills period designed for these children. Okay? I'll be sending you the list of all these activities of fine motor and gross motor which can be done at home, easily available material, so that even if they are at home, you are not missing out on their development of the grip. So the playgroups, 2 years, should be starting with their round crayons. Okay? Now if you see, our playgroup and nursery children have the egg-shaped crayon. This is because we were talking about the grip, they still don't have this 3-finger grip. So they scribble it like this. The jumbo crayons, do not use those thin plastic chote crayons till they have a proper grip. And then we move on to the tripod grip crayons. These crayons are already available with your children. Now, before they start writing letters, this is very, very important for all the parents to do it at home when they are in their playgroup and in their nursery. So first of all, a lot of scribbling. If they do not scribble, they will not be able to color well. Mind me, and if they cannot color and scribble well, they cannot write. So if you want your children to have good handwriting, write nicely, start with scribbling. Take a big piece of paper, newspaper, reusable papers, just allow them to scribble. always their development starts with a big, larger muscles, and then it comes to the fine muscles. So from the shoulders to the elbows, the scribbling movement has to go. Okay, because see, they are moving this complete hand like this. Then you're doing like this. Then slowly it comes to your wrist, and then it comes to your fingers. So all the playgroup nursery parents, please allow them to scribble on the papers. Big papers, you can use markers, thick paint brushes, egg-shaped crayons, jumbo crayons. Okay? Slowly move on to structured moving, that is joining the dot to dot. Then comes your tracing, and then you start writing the letters. Okay, so don't be in a hurry. If you will see your junior KG books also, it also, first thing that the teacher does in junior KG is they use a lexicon book. Okay, it has no lines, it has no squares. Simply your children write with the crayon, the formation. Okay, then when they switch over to the notebook, it has the dotted ones, and then independent writing with single dot. Yes, the rainbow writing. So this is the sequence that we follow. Right, so we've covered up almost everything, whatever possible. Now you can shoot any queries that you have so far. Anybody who wants more clarification on anything can. No? Was I that clear? Oh. Okay. I'm glad you raised this concern, ma'am, because I wanted to address this. I don't know how I missed out in my agenda. Cursive writing, ma'am, of course it looks very fancy, it looks very neat, but I feel it's mere waste of time. Reason is, ma'am, your cursives have lot of curves in that. When I have to write a simple cat also, I go like this, I do this, I do this, I do this. This looks very fancy, it looks very nice, no doubt about it. It's more into calligraphy thing. But then it's mere waste of time. It's giving you all those extra strokes. Okay? See, you read your books. Do you have books in cursive? No. Then why unnecessary pressurize? You have your books in the block letters, right? You read cat like this everywhere in the book. Or maybe a little different font, which already my teachers are teaching them into different, to visualize in a different. Number two, when you fill any official forms, are you allowed to write in a running handwriting? No, it's block letters. Even if you go outside India, any places you write in running handwriting, they don't accept. So why cursive? Unnecessary. For the speed, ma'am, you can teach them to join letters. Don't teach them cursive. Just joining the letters will be enough. See, when you just teach them, that's it. No those extra tails and curves. But speed of letters can come even with the block letters. Even if you don't teach them joining, it is okay. It will come. You can skip that. Oh, yeah, perfectly. See, what happens is, Olympiads are always one level higher than what you're already doing in your schools, because they are competitive exams. So they can give you cursive also, they can give you one level higher to what you're doing. So that's okay. You have to match up to that. Yeah, absolutely okay. I'm absolutely not in the favor of teaching cursive to the children, because there are reasons behind it. It has a logic. Scientifically, it has been proved that why to have so much of curves, so much of connection, and even while it is about writing, your pencil pickups are very important. Okay, so if you don't allow them, if you don't give them that space to pick your pencil, they won't remember. Okay, when I talk about pencil pickups, it's like I stop here, they know where to stop. I stop here, I pick up my pencil, and so the reason. Okay, see, it's a part of their calligraphy writing, so cursive is like not very important, it's okay. See, more specifically girls compared to the boys, they get fascinated when they come to grade 1, 2, 3. Okay, I want to start writing cursive, they start, it's okay. That is the time their maturity level has increased. Still, these children are still young. When they come in 1 and 2, they start understanding more because they are through with reading, they are through with speaking, they are still listening properly. So, their writing, you can do what you want, but do it from 1 or 2, not before that. Because till senior KG, they are still mastering the skills of listening, speaking, and reading. Over it, if you start cursive, that becomes very difficult for the child. So let them master these 3 skills. Later on, you want to teach, you can teach in grade 1 and 2. Right? Yeah, because Hindi is a new language for them. When they do it in junior KG, but when they come to senior KG, it becomes their independent writing. So initially, as I just told you, when you start scribbling, when you start writing, you use big papers. So same way with Hindi letters. If you give them a bigger space, they understand the formation. They don't, ma'am. Over the years, we've seen. They'll only find difficulty when they come to middle or after 2. After grade 2, they start single lines, right? Yeah, after 2, they'll start single lines, and with the practice, within a month or 2, it will come. But having 5 lines only gives them the clear picture of the formation. See, Hindi is our national language. It is as important it is to learn English, it is equally important to learn Hindi. You should know each pronunciation, each words, and their way of speaking, the way you know English. So, अगर आप इंग्लिश पे इतना फोकस कर रहे हो फॉर्मेशन पे, तो हिंदी पे क्यों नहीं? वो फॉर्मेशन कब आता है? जब आप उनको क सिखाते हो, you teach them like this, right? It has so much of curves and turnings. तो वो कब आएगा उनको? जब वो क्लियर 5 लाइन्स पे सीखेंगे. आप पहले से इतनी लाइन्स में दोगे, they'll find it difficult to understand, right? It's okay, ma'am, not a problem. The way the child is comfortable, let him do. Ultimately, what happens, ma'am? The distance. जैसे आपने उसको बिठाया है, अगर वो ठीक नहीं है, उसका हैंड बहुत ज़्यादा हुआ है, तो this starts paining. तो वो शायद उसको बैठने में प्रॉब्लम होती होगी, he is not comfortable, but it is okay. That's not a concern at all. As far as even if he's standing and doing it for a while, it is fine. It's okay, that's not a problem. This difficulty, the children face it only when from day 1, they are not, their muscles are not well developed. Not about this, I'm just overall telling, I'm not talking about Dhruvish. But when their motor skills are not well developed, they are not more inclined towards writing. They hate writing it. They eventually give up on it, you know. So if it's okay, not a problem if they don't sit. Don't worry at all. There will be a time will come when it is his phase that he will start sitting. So don't worry at all. And he has an amazing coloring skills and all of that. So even if he's standing and doing, that's his comfort level. So that's fine. This. Initially, if they are holding like this, it is fine. They're still in nursery, right? So it's okay. Junior tak aate, they'll learn how to hold it properly. Yes, Yes, a little bit, to give it a support at the back. That will only come with practice. We call it as cloud letters, ground letters, and root letters. So your ground letters are only between the two black lines. Okay, the teachers have it all displayed in the classes already. So the more they are seeing, they will try to write it between those lines only. It will come, don't worry, give them time. Senior KG hai na, till September we are still training them to be more precise with how the Y is to be written to how B is to be written. They are getting trained. So by September they should be all through with it. It's okay, no problem. But if he hates scribbling, you have to give him the other activities to do, which is more towards using his hands and legs. It's okay if he doesn't scribble. You give him the other activities to do. Yes, yes. P and B. Yeah. So, yeah, it's that is the reason I told you when teachers talk about the formation of letters. So that has to be strictly followed. Even they have a habit in the class that आपके letter का जो formation है, they have to speak and write. So when I talk about letter B, it's go down, make a vertical line, go little up, and make a belly or a bump. Okay, see, that's what they have to be corrected upon. The moment they start doing this, they'll end up making mirror images. Okay, so go down, go halfway up, make a big belly. When you talk about D, make a curve, go up, don't lift your pencil, come down, and give a dog's tail. So the letter D wears a diaper. The B has a big belly. Okay? Yes. So this is where they always speak and write this. So here they'll never make a mirror image. Okay? Even if it's P, go down the line, touch the red line. Don't lift your pencil. Come up and make a bump. Yes, yes. This way, come up here and kick. Okay, so when they keep speaking this, they will automatically learn. I mean, I've seen Viransh also speaking like this and writing. Make a curve, go up, come down and make a tail. Without this, he will never write a letter. So it's not only him, it's most of the children. So they will never end up making mirror images. But mirror images are a part and parcel of pre-primary. It will happen till senior KG. At times when they go to grade 1, they may carry on, but eventually they'll come over it. What I just told you, the phonic sounds, yeah, so you pick and choose the letters and the sounds and you blend it together. So it's all about blending only. Why Satpin is, the reason it has 2 vowels and it has 4 consonants. So you can create more words out of it. Okay, right? If you start with A, B, C, D, it has only 1 vowel. So if you're starting with this, it has more frequent used letters for the spellings. It's not always the same. It's not always the same. Why we have taught C and K together? The reason is that when you're writing duck, okay, if after the wall it comes the sound K, you write CK. Okay, the sound I'm talking about. So to teach them, see, because C and K they cannot make different sounds. When they are together, they don't make different sounds. They don't say K, K. You don't say D, K, K. So C and K together will also make the same sound K. One sound. Yes, when they come after the vowels. Automatically ho hi jata hai. K together will, C and K together will make one sound only. Alright, so Ashika ma'am, can we over to you? We can take forward for numeracy. Yes, ma'am. Correct it only up to certain extent. We've seen people writing like this also. But correct it up to a certain extent, not ekdam rigidly nahi ki aise hi likho. But keep correcting. Okay? Same goes with your right and the left hand. Do not pressurize children to use left hand only, to use right hand only. If they are using both the hands, initially it is okay till nursery. Then they will be using the hand they are comfortable upon. ऐसा नहीं कि लेफ्ट हैंड आप यूज़ करो ज़बरदस्ती तो आप एकदम स्मार्ट बनोगे. It's not like that. It's the brain that is dominant. If your right brain is dominant, the child is going to use left hand. Okay, so allow them till nursery to use both the hands if they are using it, if they are comfortable. Gradually, any one hand, automatically the child will start using it.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening us. Now, it's time to introduce and welcome our another trainer for the day, Miss Shreya Narang. She is an enthusiastic tutor dedicated in shaping and nurturing and engaging young minds. With 10 plus years of hands-on experience, she expertly blends play-based learning with early childhood development practices. Committed to fostering curiosity, confidence, and foundational skills in every young learners. So with a great pleasure, I now welcome Shreya ma'am to take over the dais.
Well, thank you, Ashika ma'am. A very good morning to everyone. I don't see a louder one. Good morning, everyone. I think you have been sitting for long, so now it's the time for you all to rise. Everyone, quickly stand up. It's time for some energizer games. So I would request everybody to stand up and follow as I do. Can you help me, Ashika ma'am, 1 minute? So I do some action and you follow me. You hold it like this, no? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now with your legs along. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Are your brains energized a bit? Okay, now next game. To energize it more, can we get that dice, please? Okay, so I have an interesting dice which we use in our classes. So I roll it, whatever action comes, I will give you that action and you have to do. Are you ready? Okay. So the first one is stretch like a starfish. Everybody, stretch like a starfish. Yes, that was much needed, right? Okay, coming up with next. Waddle like a duck. Waddle everyone like a duck, 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 like five times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes. Next. Okay, it's here again. Flap your wings and fly like a bird 10 times. Come on. 1, 2, count with me. 3. Louder one. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Thank you for joining me along. You may take your seats now. Okay, so we consider numbers in pre-primary years like 1 to 10. Everybody thinks of it as counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But basically, numbers are everywhere. So to start with, what comes to your mind when you hear the word numeracy? Knowledge of numbers, yes. Basic understanding of mathematics, very good. Anything else? Counting, wonderful. Anything else? Identification, lovely. Anything else? Calculating, yes, one of the teacher rising up. Shapes, yes. That's what I wanted to hear. It's not just numbers. It's not just counting. You are definitely correct. But we also have the concepts and the shapes. Can we change to the next slide, please? So basically, it's counting, comparing, recognizing, sorting, addition, multiplication, matching, division, numbers, subtraction, values, shapes and patterns. And this is how we sum up the numeracy in the early stage. At playgroup level, we just don't start with chalo 1, 2, 3 bolo. They should know the pre-concept. What we include in playgroup are the concept of more and less that also falls in numeracy. What is more according to the visual thing and what is less? Like I want more rice. Please give me more chapati to include in their daily routine. So more and less. Next, sorting and categorizing, sorting of shapes, sorting of coins, categorizing different things like cutleries, spoon, fork, and knife. Then comes stacking and matching, the seriation. Before starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they should know how to go from big to small or small to big. They make pyramids, they make towers. So indirectly, they are learning and including the numeracy in their day-to-day life. Oral drilling, counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you can include it in a rhyme. Maybe you can include like the energizer that we just did. Flap 5 times, jump 3 times. So including numbers in such a manner. Next, recognizing basic shapes. Circle, square, triangle, rectangle. And then pre-number concepts through actions like we just did. Then for nursery, a step ahead, recognition of numbers, the flashing of numbers, how the numbers look. Like this is number 5, this is number 4, where is number 3 written? So flashing of numbers and recognition of it. Understanding the quantity, more, less, few, many, these are the quantity. Number values, like number 1, so give me 1 pencil. Number 5, give me 5 erasers, including it with values. Just the flashing of number, they won't understand its quantity. So we need to make them understand the values. We need to start making them understand the values. Comparing the sizes, big and small, tall and short, long and short, yes. Shapes and its sides. A triangle has 3 sides. A circle has no sides. It goes round and round. It keeps on going. Relating it to real world. Like we teach circles, so we flash and we show real life objects. What is actual circle in shape? Like chapati, to stay it with. Cookies, yes ma'am? Hut. Okay. Earth, yes. Earth comes sphere in shape. Earth is sphere and shape, but yes, to start with, it's not wrong. At nursery level, we can tell them, but ultimately ball, marbles, and earth is sphere and shape, which we cover in junior KG, 2D, 3D shapes. Okay, at junior KG level, sequencing of numbers. What comes after 1, 2, 3, using the number line, and then so on. Introduction to measurement as in tall, short, heavy, light. These all are the concepts that we move a step up and using the real life examples through the activities which are there in junior KG books of conceptual skills. Then forming numbers. Like ma'am just taught us about the English letter formation, we ultimately are going to see the forming of numbers as well. What comes after and before? Numbers and its concrete value. We often see the books coming up after completing the homework, wherein if there's number 2, and we have said the child to draw value of number 2, they often come with 2 suns. So universally, the sun is only 1. So that's why the teacher gives an error over there. So we teach them the concrete values, like 3. Relating it to real world, can you tell me some things which are universally 3? Triangle has 3 sides, perfect. Any other example? Nachos, yeah, triangle in shape, so it has got 3 sides. Anything else? An auto rickshaw has 3 wheels. So it's very easy to relate. So our teachers, whenever they introduce the numbers, when they have the number story, they include the values, the universal concrete values which are already there of that number, so that the things stay in mind. Same goes with the colors, same goes with the shapes, so they can relate it well. Like red, sun cannot be red. We teach them yellow. Red as in cherry. Red as in bell pepper. Red as in apple. So we teach them, when we teach them green also, we teach them a green apple. But then relating it to the concrete things which are universally present around us. World around us, as I just said. Senior KG, we have picture addition. We can step up to the picture addition or subtraction, the number bonds, for which it is already started in junior KG. And senior KG, then they move to addition, keeping the number bonds in mind. The time, money, calculation of money, or maybe the flashing of money, and making them understand the value of it. Using of calendar, our teachers have the calendar visible, showing it to them every day through the assembly PPT, wherein they can see which date, the day and the date, they can correlate. That next up, if we have some event coming up, maybe some festival or holiday coming up, how they can relate and see the calendar. Problem solving skills and the quantity. Now, importance of these all are the points which I'm going to elaborate on. So first, what are number values? Number values mean how much a number stands for, like 1 as in 1 ball, 2 as in 2 pencils. So the child is clear after we tell them the value of it. Cut and count technique, now, which is very, very important once they start writing and doing the worksheets. Like if I have 5, I tell them to draw values. They tend to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They count fast and they draw a little late. Okay? So they need to pause a bit while drawing values, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell them to sing a bit, and that's how they complete drawing the values. And same goes when they have to cut and count. If I just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I might skip some of the pictures coming in between. So it's always better so that the child knows 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I know I haven't skipped anything in between. It is easy when it comes till 10, but when beyond 10, it is a little difficult, so that's why cut and count. Then comes the number formation learning techniques through stories. Our teachers tell them the stories, like if I go with number 3, very easy, make 1 tummy, 2 tummies. Number 7, go straight, slide down. And my favorite is number 5, wherein there is a child who's going school. Okay, there's a home out here. Okay, so the child is going to the school, and on his way, he realized that he has forgotten his bag. So he comes back, and then now he's getting late. He has already gotten late for school. So take a shortcut, but oh, there's a lake here. So reach the school with a curve. Go straight, come back, take a shortcut, reach the school. So that's how we relate the numbers with the story to make it easy. Never lift your hand while writing the letters and numbers. That's how you practice it, and that's how you reduce the mirror image problem. Number bonds. Like if we have number 4 here, and the teacher has given an example over here. Okay, so how we are going to complete this number bond? We in all need the 4 candies maybe, and I already have 1. So I now need to continue the count. I don't need to focus that 3 ही answer चाहिए. I need to continue the count in order to teach long-term addition and subtraction. First, we need to start with the number bonds, wherein 1 I already have. So I continue the count and complete it till 4, 2, 3, 4. And later they can tell me the answer that yes, we needed 3 more candies to complete it to number 4. So that's how we teach the number bonds. Data handling, we learn it at later stage and call it as bar graph. But at pre-primary level, we start with the data handling, wherein you can see a sample worksheet. There are shapes given below. And then they have to, from the camouflaged picture, they have to cut and count how many triangles can they see. Like they can see 3. So they directly don't color the number 3. When a building is constructed, it starts from the ground level. So coloring 1, then 2, and then 3. They don't start from the top. We don't start constructing the building from the sky. We started at ground level. So 1, 2, and 3. The brainstorming worksheets, not just numbers, shapes also, giving them a more technique to think beyond what they know. And a little challenging one, like they can see first half of the shape and they have to match it with the second half. Junior KG is already having brainstorming worksheets towards the end of conceptual skills book. That's the second part of the book. So at that level, we start with worksheets, and in nursery, we are going to do the SL kits, which the teachers have prepared, wherein they have to brainstorm a bit on what they are learning about shapes and numbers and flashing of it, and then they have to think, decode, and there are some kits which are displayed in the pre-primary section which will go after the workshop, so you will exactly know what I'm talking about. Numbers around us, how to include it in day-to-day life at every age level. We can include it through roll numbers, number of family members in the house, you can talk about it, page numbers of the book, vehicle number plates. There are different number plates for each and every vehicle, so we can decode it and tell our family members. We can include it as an example. Then the shop numbers when we go to a complex. Floors of buildings, where you are staying, how many floors are there, on which floor do you stay, how many floors are there on your floor, how many, flats are there on your floor. So that's how we can count and include numbers everywhere. We don't know how much we include, but numbers are basically everywhere. The concepts are everywhere. The talks that you do with your child, it's basically everywhere. And indirectly or directly, you are including the numbers and its concept. So it is basically the numeracy that we have just covered. And now comes the tens and ones concept, or you can say the bundle concept. See, what do you say? How do you break 11 to a child? If you want to say 11, how do you say it to your child? Yes, perfect. Junior KG and senior KGs already know it. How many of you believe saying 1111 is correct? No, right? Then how do we tell our children, please write 1111? 11 is 2. 1 and 1 is not 11. 5 and 2 is 7. 5 and 2 is not 52. So that's how we teach our children, so that they can do it very easily and they can do it quickly. We have the house of tens. We have the house of ones. And in this house, in the ones column, only one number stays. They also have the problem of writing 52 like this. Where to write 5, where to write 2, they don't know. But if they know the bundles, it becomes easy for them. So this is wrong. We start with the ones column, wherein only one number can stay. We start 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and as soon as it turns 10, 0 says you have to go and make a new house. You cannot stay in my house. It is one's house. Not a problem. We are going to create one more house. And 1 shifts here and 0 stays here. Now, as soon as we turn to 10, we make a bundle. We make a bundle. Maybe you can use sticks, maybe you can use crayons, anything that you have, and teach them that a bundle always, always, always has 10. Not one more than that, not one less than that. A bundle always has 10 in it. And if one is alone and says that I want to join it, then the bundle says, sorry, you have to go alone, and then you have to continue. Like one bundle of 10 and one more makes 11. 1 tens 1, 11. One bundle of 10 and one more makes 11. One tens and 2 makes 12. 1 tens and 3 makes 13. So when a child has to count, there's a lot. Like if we can say here, how is it easy to count? They know 1 tens is 10, 2 tens is 20, 3 tens is 30, 4 tens is 40. If I give whole lot of sticks without the bundle, they'll keep on counting. It might take 5 minutes. But if I give bundles, we know 1, 2, 3. 3 bundles and 2 more, 32. 3 bundles of tens is 30 and 2 more are there, 32. So that's why importance of bundle, that's where importance of bundle concept comes in. So everybody should be thorough with the bundles, and that's how we do it in the classroom as well. We teach them how to make bundles and a bundle rule that it always has 10. Not more than that, not less than that. Okay, any queries? Any questions that come up to your mind, or maybe you're facing it with your children so far? Okay, I believe everything is clear. It's okay. You may ask your teachers later, or if any question comes up in your mind, you may ask us later. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the informative session. I'm sure we have a lot to take today with the workshop, right? Yes. So now there will be one QR code seen on the screen. You all can scan that QR code and you can get the phonic booklet for your reference.
Basically, this what we've already learned in our workshop today, all about the language, the sounds, the audio of the sounds, the words related, everything is there in this booklet. So only those who've attended this workshop has the privilege to get this. So the scanner, you can scan it and take it on your phone.
Thank you, ma'am. So as we conclude today's workshop, I extend my heartfelt thanks to our esteemed trainers for their invaluable insights and guidance. Thank you to our top management members for their support. Thank you to all the teachers and supporting staff, that is Nanny Didis, for helping in the arrangement for today's workshop. To all the parents, your participation and enthusiasm have made this workshop truly special. We hope you found the session informative and inspiring. Now, I request you all to please rise for the school anthem.
To you I raise my sweet adoration. To you I pledge my endless devotion. The rich knowledge we get with your guidance, our trust for you is growing higher. We are the children of G.D.Goenka. We are the family of G.D.Goenka. We learn and play as we find ourselves and give the world the best of us. We pray and wait for the time so glorious. We grow with you and win laurels. We are the children of G.D.Goenka. We are the family of GDGIS. We are the children of GDGIS. We are the family of GDGIS.
Thank you, everyone. I request you all to please head towards the pre-primary section where you can see the various teaching aids created by our teachers exclusively for children. Thank you all and have a wonderful day ahead.